Thank you, everybody, for kicking off the new year with the Mind Hiking Podcast. I'm your host, Brody Frye, and today is going to be a wandering pathway of an episode with Jeremy Lesser. And we talk a little bit about the past year, we reminisce, and are looking forward to the future. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and stay tuned. Hello, and welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Brody Frye, and here we dive deep into difficult questions. We'll map out thoughts, theories, and crazy ideas for the love of knowledge and growth. So, how do we answer some of the mind's toughest questions? This is the Mind Hiking Podcast. And we're up.
Yeah.
We're both up.
Mm-hmm.
You're especially up.
Oh, yeah.
We're up, and we're also on air.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to process that.
Jeremy Lesser, welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Have you seen this yet? Ding.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice little on-air sign.
Yeah. Have you seen that yet?
No, I haven't. I didn't
fuck
even
yeah.
know you got it.
Yep. Yeah, Katie got it from me for my birthday.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Well, this episode is coming out New Year's Day, so happy fucking New Year's to you.
Happy fucking New Year's.
We got a couple of drinks here. We ran out of beer, and luckily Katie's being amazing, and she's getting beer after work, so it's freaking awesome of her. But yeah,
yeah.
Right now we got... What do you got?
Simply Spiked, a lemonade.
Regular lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah. I got Arnold Palmer Spiked. Half and half. Iced tea and lemonade.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. It's delicious.
Good shit.
Fuck, I just poured it on myself.
Arr.
That was extraordinarily full.
Oh, yeah. It was to the brim.
Oh, fuck yeah. Just the way I like it. All right. New Year's. So, well, first of all, let's start off with on a scale from 6 to 9, how horny are you? 6.9 being the horniest.
Oh. Probably 8.
Oh yeah. That's like the second most horny.
Yep. Not crazy horny.
Yeah,
but
just like mostly horny.
yeah. It's like your daily.
Yeah.
Your dailiness.
Yeah. Well, how horny are you for this upcoming year?
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, I'm pretty horny for it.
Yeah.
We got some things in store, but
Some irons in the fire.
some irons in the fire.
Fuck yeah.
But we'll see how those turn out.
Yep. Yeah, how those blades sharpen.
Yeah.
How anti-horny are you for this previous year?
Pretty anti-horny, but it wasn't as bad as it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
All around, I think.
Yeah. No, nothing like severe. It was just
Yeah.
kind of like a slow, like I definitely thought
No
this,
progress.
Yeah, I definitely thought this year was going to be like a lot more fulfilling. I mean, it was still ooh, you found some gum.
I did.
Feel free to have those Sour Patchies too.
Oh, yeah.
But I definitely thought it was going to be like more of a action-packed wha-bam year, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was still a cool year. I mean, we started the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, there was action-packed parts of it.
Yeah, there was
But-
definitely some goodies.
I'd say it was pretty dead throughout the year.
Yeah, a lot of like stagnation, or a lot of like hard work, but like yeah, carrots a dangling.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, literally. But it just wasn't quite strength enough for this. Like Voldemort from fucking what is that? Sorcerer's Stone.
Yep.
I am strength enough for this. Whatever the fuck he says when he's like unraveling the turban or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, I am strong enough for this.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, definitely thought there's gonna be more, but wasn't quite as action packed. But
Yeah.
definitely a lot of work involved, but didn't quite get us up.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, but wasn't terrible all around. Good year. This year definitely got some desires and promises to fulfill.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That should be good. Good upcoming year. I think this next year is going to be like the most life-changing year.
Most
of our
life-changing
lives.
and like most progression in
Yeah.
both our lives, I'd say.
Yeah, mark our words. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
definitely think it's going to be like I called this like 3 years ago. I was like that year I was like this year sucked. I got my ass kicked. It was like the most difficult year of my life that I can recall, other than like learning to walk and talk and shit like
Yeah,
that. That
yeah.
was probably the most difficult.
Oh, yeah. Hard.
But just like entering the world, my first year was probably my hardest year, because like I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I am,
Yeah.
and how to operate in this world. But after all that, like, yeah, probably like my more matured years definitely was probably like 3 years ago, and I'm like, yeah, this sucks.
Yep.
Because like I had a lot fucking change. I've talked about it on the podcast before,
Yeah.
where it was like
2020 fucking...
like middle school, high school, we fucking coasted through that, and it was just like fucking awesome. Like every day was a new adventure, and it was just like awesomeness all the time. Just fucking, and we worked hard, but we had a kick-ass job on the farm, and then just fucking riding after work every day.
Yeah, it was a simple life.
Simple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, even in the wintertime, it was just like after work snowmobiles.
Yeah.
After work, they were drifting the Gator or the Polaris Ranger, just racing
Lunch
those
break.
things. Yeah.
Har.
Yeah. Literally shooting pool on lunch break. And we were better pool players in high school than we were in now.
Yeah, literally.
Because it was like every single day. And we were playing, my dad used to buy and sell storage units. And he got a storage unit for $50, and it had an American Heritage 9-foot, the big bitch, and 9-foot table with the red cloth. It was beautiful, like new, except for it was sitting in the storage unit for too long, so the rails were dead. But yeah, big bitch, and that's what we were playing on. And we practiced every single day, and we got fucking good. And then when we went down to the bar, before we were even drinking age and shooting pool down there, we were freaking slaughtering and kicking people's asses, because that table was tiny, the 7-foot bar tables.
Yep.
Like, it's like, I was like, everything's too close. Like, I don't even have room. Like, I can't even stretch my arms on this table. So that's how we got good. But
Yeah.
then we stopped playing for a while, mostly after I moved out of that house with the pool table. And anyways, that was when I called it. That was when it was like, this year sucks. My whole world got flipped upside down. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like, this was my year of like trials and tribulations. This next year will be like my year of like stabilizing, like stable, or like slowing down that like downfall, like stabilizing myself. That following year is going to be the year of like redevelopment or foundational building, like re-solidifying my grounds. Then the next year is going to be my year of growth. And then the following year is going to be the year of the success and the desires that I've wanted, which this is the year that I called is going to be the growth. And when I called this, I totally thought that would mean like all around, including financial, but I guess I wasn't specific when I called this, because I guess I kind of like, we did have a lot of growth this year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We did have I obviously started the podcast this year, and like just listening back on some of the ways that I think even a year ago, I'm like, that's changed.
Yeah.
So it is crazy. Like, how you don't realize how quickly. That's one thing I'm grateful for. Like coming into the new year, like I'm grateful for the being able to look back, because you never really see how much you grow until like I started this podcast, and now I'm like listening back and I'm like, wow, that's changed a lot. It's crazy. It's just like you wouldn't think, but
Yeah.
So then coming into this next year, I think this next year is going to be awesome. I think 2024 is going to be like the year of fucking like awesomeness. That's going to be the year of fulfillment of desires and just like success.
Yeah, success and like like we'll have like the most growth in like all aspects of our life. Like it's not just
Yeah.
going to be like, all right, this year is like a mental year. This
Yeah.
year is finding like a stable place to get all the groundwork for
Yeah.
me to build next year. Like
Yep.
this upcoming year is for sure going to be like
Yeah.
just, it's probably going to catch us off guard.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping
It's
for.
just going to be a blast off.
Yeah. That's what I think. So I think it's going to be like a fucking holy shit. Like I never knew life could be this, like this. This is going to be freaking awesome kind of thing. That's what I'm hoping for. And I definitely was like, I get visions of it. I have dreams of it and I have visions of it where it's just like, I know it's like so real. Like you can freaking taste it and like, the strength of the desires and the dreams, and it's good to dream. It's good to think ahead. It's good to plan and like dream and be hopeful for life. But yeah, that's there's a lot upcoming this year, so I'm super excited going into this new year. So, but you also part of the new year is just reminiscing on some of the good old times of the last year. What are some like peak highlights of yours from this previous year?
Oh, jeez.
Mine definitely, like I said already 100 times, but this podcast was huge. That was a huge step for this year. Actually, my truck I got, was that 2 years ago? Because we both got them.
No. I got mine.
Oh yeah, it was 2 years ago. Yeah, never mind.
It was?
Yeah, because I've already gone through a winter with it, haven't I? Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone through a winter with mine.
Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, I've had mine for probably almost a year.
Shit, it doesn't even feel like it.
Yeah, no, it feels
Time
like I got
fucking
them like
flies.
last year.
This year for being like
a couple months ago.
This past year, 2023, for being like a fucking pain in the dick.
Yeah, pain in the
ass
dick.
kicking
Dead year.
Like it fucking flew.
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day. I'm like, what the fuck did I do all year?
Yeah, literally.
Like I'm just like.
Yeah.
Work 2 weeks, collect a paycheck. Work 2 weeks, collect a paycheck. Work
Literally.
2 weeks, collect a paycheck. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, in my opinion, other than like, I feel like reconnecting with people was a good thing this year.
Oh, we did. Like,
we didn't talk to Russell for a long time.
Yep.
There was like a point in time where we weren't really like hanging out or seeing Alec. Yep. And like we're starting to like all get together again.
Branch out. Even with Doug too. I mean, we didn't spend as much time, and then this year we
really hung out with Doug.
It's fun. Yeah. So it was, and then even Zotes too.
Yeah.
And, and like we
like
went
a lot
out
of the people we hung out with in high school, we finally were like, starting to hang out again.
Yeah, reconnecting, rekindling relationships, which is awesome. Everybody's kind of like branching out and doing their own thing now, which is so cool. We went and saw Supercross.
Yep.
That world
Nitro Circus
thing. Yeah, we saw Nitro Circus. That was on Travis's birthday, which was like the debut. Like the first show for Nitro Circus, which is awesome. In like I can't remember how many years. It was like in 5 years or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
First show in like 5 years from them, which is awesome. So that was really cool. But yeah, we definitely like got out and did shit, but which is weird too, because the year, like we said, it freaking flew by, and I feel like I've heard that so many times where it was like, this year hauled.
Yeah, literally.
And even within the year too, like being in the year, how many times did we say, dude, this week like flew by?
Yeah, we said it a lot.
Yeah, I feel
especially this week, like for me, because I kind of fucked my sleep schedule, which I have been recently a lot. Like which I actually get better sleep when I do this. Like I'll stay up all night one night, work all day, go home, then sleep from like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, all the way until for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Get up maybe at 3 and then stay up.
And then wake up after you get up.
Yeah. But I'll like get up at like 3 or 4 and then I'm just up and I'm like up early. Yeah. So then it's like I'm not feeling dead once I'm at work. Like I'm awake physically. Yeah. Which it's nice, but it sucks because then it's like I'm kind of missing out of those 4 hours at the end of the day.
Yeah.
To like almost relax and like let off the day.
Yeah.
But
definitely
don't need to be on that sleep schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because like when we were sitting out there, I'm like, it's 5:30, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like 10
Oh,
o'clock.
I know. I was
I'm
just like, podcast? And you're
I'm
just like,
I need to wake up.
yeah. Yeah. I was like, we were out there. We were watching Rick and Morty.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's freaking so funny. I've watched them all and you enjoy it, right? But you haven't seen them all yet.
Yeah, I watched all the first season, and then it's just like, I forget it because I haven't seen it in so long. So I'm like, I want to rewatch the first season.
There's so many things to watch, though.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to, like, Katie and I got so many shows and movies that it's like, we got to watch this shit.
Can a dick or can a priest dick fit through a donut?
Yeah. Yeah. Can the Pope stick?
Or yeah, a pope.
Yeah. I don't know. Exactly. It's fucked.
Yeah, can you fly a Black Hawk?
Yeah. Freaking so funny. But, yeah, no, it's so many, like, so do you like have you had any like weird unexpected things this past year that was like didn't expect that, not necessarily bad, but like any highlights or moments that like you can think back on?
Like unexpected?
Yeah, or anything that stands out to you. What did anything like big happen this year or anything unexpected or
Truthfully, no. It's been, for me at least, personally, it's been a pretty dead year.
yeah,
like,
pretty much straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, other than like, I'd probably say like the most like surprising thing is seeing like my sister Kaylee in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like I saw her a lot this year.
Yeah.
So that was most
again,
surprising.
another getting out kind of thing.
Yeah. So like she's been out there for years, and I haven't like seen her. I don't like. I'll usually see her like during a holiday, but this year I've gone out there like 3 or 4 times. I think.
Yep. Fuck yeah.
Had to let that one out. It was creeping out. But I saw her a lot this year, which was nice. And then hung out with like a lot of her friends who are all super cool. They're all like artists, musicians, and stuff like that. So it's really cool seeing like their artistic side of things.
It's awesome.
One thing that sucks is that I missed out. One of Kaylee's and Jimmy's friends had like a little gig going on.
Oh, cool.
And for his birthday, so he was going to play, and I don't remember why I couldn't go.
That sucks.
But something happened where I wasn't able to make it out there, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I'm like, yeah, because it was like, it might have been just after we got back from Florida. Oh, I got sick after Florida. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I got super fucking sick.
Yeah, that was another thing, too, the Florida trip.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
awesome.
Went somewhere for once.
Yeah, definitely go check out episode number 70 because that's fucking so funny. That's a funny ass episode. I think that competes like on the comedy scale. That competes with like Zotz's episodes.
Oh shit, really?
I listened back to it and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking funny. And like Katie was like, you guys were so funny on that episode. She's like, she actually normally she's not a huge fan of our episodes because she's like they're too childish.
Oh yeah,
but she really liked episode 70. She's like, that was actually funny.
Well, shit. That's good to know.
Yeah. So that was another trip that you took, getting out and doing things. So
yeah, we already. My mom messaged me. She's like, "So we're all gonna pay $30 for a hotel in like sometime in October.
Fuck yeah,
to go back out to Florida for like a week." So she's like, "All right, put it in your calendar." I'm like, "Okay,
yeah, that's awesome." We'll see. We did it. We actually did a lot of stuff too. We went out to Jake France, which is Katie's brother. He's just an amazing musician. He can literally play fucking everything, anything and everything. He's amazing at it. It's so good. And he's a singer. And so he plays in a couple bands. He does like a bunch of open mic stuff. And we went down. There's this bar. I'm pretty sure it's called Shanahan's. But that is a cool place. It's
Shallow Houlihan, whatever.
Yeah, something. But they have.
That's from a movie, Oh Houlihan's or something like that. I don't remember. Go ahead.
I feel like that's actually a restaurant or something. Isn't there like a restaurant? Or?
I thought it was like Shallow Houlihan's or something.
I know there was actually so like Kyoto or Kyoto, however the fuck you pronounce it. Like I know there's that kind of like restaurant where they have like the cooking tables where it's like the Japanese cuisine where they cook in front of you, and they like perform their tricks, like throwing eggs in their hats.
What's
and
it called? Like a hibachi grill?
Yeah. But there was so before Kyoto, there was
hula hands.
something like that.
Yeah.
Because my dad was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, it wasn't Kyoto before. There was one in Crystal Lake that was similar to this, but like it was called something, and I can't remember what it was.
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but that's probably what it was. Yeah.
Like when I started saying the shallow hula hand or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember. That's not the term I talk. But anyways, so Jake plays at this bar, and he's so freaking good. Some of his stuff's on Facebook too, and like there was one of the performances that actually Katie and I went out on our anniversary and watched him, and he played a love song for us, and he did an awesome job. And the whole thing's on Facebook. The whole thing is recorded, and you can find that. And that was the one where I showed you. I came back. So
yeah.
Jake,
I was just thinking of that, literally.
Jake, I don't know if you're listening or not, but first of all, you're awesome. You're so talented and skilled, and it's awesome. But anyways, when that day at work, the following day, I played your performance. I'm talking as if he's listening, but I played his performance for you.
Yep.
Like on lunch break.
Yeah, it was really fucking good.
Yeah, it was amazing. There was one specific song.
It was one which he like
Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was so fucking good.
Wasn't there one where this was the time when like all of a sudden someone started singing, and then they all kind of like just started mashing together. Like someone hopped on the piano, someone hopped on like the drums.
Yeah,
or something.
Everybody just started climbing up there and started playing stuff and jumped in. It was so cool. It was a really cool performance. Yeah,
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, they're all so talented. So anyways, long story long. We went out, saw him do a lot of performances like that. The other one of Katie's last episodes, Katie brought it up. Yeah, Jake plays for another band in this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I got to bring that up. We'll put a tab in this and we'll come back. I never came back to it. But I'm going to right now. Yeah, I'm coming back right now. And, but yeah, he plays for another band that is that does the soundtrack, like the music, not the soundtrack, but does the music performance for a podcast. And that podcast is called The Spectral Silhouette, and it's so fucking cool. It's basically like an old style, like
murder mystery.
Yeah, like a Bonnie and Clyde era, like I don't know, or just like you think back to
old
like
1800s.
Yeah, or like the Roaring Twenties kind of thing, like that kind of era where it's just like you get the big poofy dresses and everybody's in like their fancy suits and stuff, and like walking around, and it's just like the old light poles and stuff like that. Like electricity's just coming around.
Jack the Reaper was fucking around at the time.
Yeah, literally. I think
like that style, I'd say, story.
Yes, somewhere in there. Like that's kind of like the vibe you get. Yeah. Like we kind of like that was a pretty broad range of timeline, but like anywhere in that area, like that's kind of what it reminds you of. And the music is so good, and it reminds you of that kind of time, like a simpler time where it was just like people cared about relationships and culture, and it's just like
connections with people.
Yeah, it was good, and it's just like the podcast is awesome, but it's like a murder mystery. Some of them are like kind of like fantasy murder, I don't know what the word is, but like I don't want to spoil any of them. Yeah. That's the thing. But like some of them have to do with like mystery creatures kind of things, but not necessarily like people murders, not just people murders, but like a lot of them are, but they're all really good. So Jake does the music for that.
Gotcha.
And I'm pretty sure he actually has been involved in their podcast a lot more. I'm pretty sure he does does all the recording and stuff, because they record all their podcasts too, and
because most of them are like live
recordings. They do live recordings, and you have to buy tickets, and we go, like we've done that twice this year now, but we saw the Christmas one that just came out. I think it came out on Christmas Eve. That one was good. We saw that live, and then there was another one. I think it was like episode 8 or something.
It was like one of the beginning ones.
Yeah, that was like the one on the ship. I don't want to spoil anything, but that's the ocean one.
I don't think
The one, like, on the
I only
cruise.
listened to the first one.
The one, like, on the cruise.
I only listened to the first one.
It's the cruise one. Oh, I thought you listened to this episode. After I...
It might have been.
Oh, yeah.
I truthfully don't remember.
Okay.
It was so long ago.
Yeah.
It was like beginning of this year.
Yeah, but it's good. They do a really good job. And they just released episode 13, which that was like a Christmas special one. And that one was pretty good too. I liked the other one better, but like this one was still pretty good. It actually was. I don't want to spoil anything, but it was really good. Go check them out. The Spectral Silhouette on I think you can listen to it.
Yeah, it's
wherever,
on Spotify.
Yeah, it is on Spotify. Yes, I know that.
That's where I know. That's where I listened to it, not watched it.
Spotify is just so much better and easier.
Yep.
I'm not sure where their video, or if they even post the video.
They could
of the
post
live.
video on YouTube. You can always probably
because it's not on Spotify. Their video's not on Spotify. But
the only one I've ever seen which has a video for their podcast is Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Also, Lex Friedman has.
Well, never seen his stuff.
Yeah, his stuff is really good. He's like a super smart Joe Rogan, love him. He's awesome. He's a people person and he's good at talking.
He's good. He's a good questioner.
Yeah. Lex Friedman, he's like, you can tell he's like less socially inclined than Joe Rogan, but like he's like really intelligent.
Yeah.
Like you can tell
He's got a book of knowledge that he can just like say offhand.
Yeah. And what's interesting is like when you get into like some of the, like if he has any like scientists come on the podcast, and just to make it simple, but like if he has scientists come on the podcast, like their conversations are just because they go so deep, and maybe he's not as popular because it's like too deep that the general public like doesn't really, they kind of are like, yeah, I don't understand any of this. Okay. But if you're into that kind of stuff, like he's awesome. He just did an interview with Jeff Bezos too, which was Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
first,
that one. Or we were in the
long form interview, which it was a great episode. Yeah, the Lex Friedman podcast.
Yeah, I think we were going somewhere when you were like listening to that, and I'm like, what the fuck's this?
Yeah.
He's like, it's Jeff Bezos' first ever fucking podcast.
Yeah, no, it was a great episode. Definitely go check that out too.
Yeah, we got all these recommendations.
Yeah, literally. While we're on the topic of recommendations, we might as well get into the sponsors that I don't have, which I fucking want. So hopefully one day, but obviously we've talked about it enough, and I've already, what's annoying too is like, I've gotten sales through this podcast on companies. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, like Dr. Squatch.
Oh, shit.
That's a huge one that we talk about so much.
Yeah.
I'm not sponsored at all by these guys, but they have an awesome product, and I love it, and I use it all the time. They have awesome deodorant. They have awesome body wash, and it's so good, all natural shit, and fuck, I wish I was getting paid to say this shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day. But
someday you will.
I love great products like that, and they do an awesome job. So hopefully maybe somebody connected with them will hear that, and they will help me out. That'd be fucking cool. Another one I was thinking about though too, cause like Russell asked me, I think it was a Christmas episode, but he was like, what kind of like companies would you even want to sponsor the podcast? Or maybe it was a different episode, but I'm pretty sure he asked me one time, but like that one just kind of popped to my head. And then I also talked about mud water, which I haven't tried, but I really want to get into that because it's got like, instead of coffee, it's like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Which that would be cool because, and that's kind of one of my, I guess, like New Year's resolutions to keep this on the New Year's topic. I would like to kind of like
want to drink some mud.
Yeah. I want to take some shrooms. No.
Oh yeah.
But I want to like wean myself off coffee because I just don't like the way it makes me feel. Like I get so jittery and anxious.
Oh yeah.
And like shaky, and like I just feel like anxious and not right, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about this. So I'd like to do some sort of replacement or supplement or something else.
Yeah.
See if I can try some. I don't like energy drinks too. Like that's for special occasions.
Yeah.
If I needed,
need a boost at work.
Yeah, if we need to like, if we have a big day and we're on lunch break, I'm like, okay, I need something. But yeah. Anyways, the other company was Next Belt. I'm pretty sure it's Next Belt, right? I'm wearing one, so I gotta check.
Oh, the tactical belts.
Yeah, Next Belt.
I got one.
Yeah.
You got me one of those.
Yeah, bad ass. This belt is fucking incredible. Like this is like top-notch product. Again, not even a sponsor, but like if anybody's listening associated with them, they fucking kick ass. They make an awesome product because This belt I literally got my senior year of high school.
I was gonna say it's probably high school time when we got them.
What is that?
What was that? That's 9 years ago.
9 fucking years ago. Daily. I wore this, and like, I know people talk about like, yeah, this is my like EDC, my everyday carry. Like, I carry this shit every day, and like, you don't fill your pockets like that every day. But no, I literally wear this belt every single fucking day. Like, I stopped with all leather belts. It's every single day, because the biggest thing is, like I've talked about on the podcast, I have my concealed carry, and this belt isn't specifically a gun belt, but it is a gun belt because it's like super durable, super thick. You can't just throw on a leather belt and put a holster on that, because the belt's got to hold up. It can't fold in half, because leather can like fold in half, and it's too flimsy. But this is such a strong, rigid, it's a gun belt, and it's awesome, and it's but it's so like low profile and so easy, because it's got like this ratcheting technology where it's like you literally just slide the belt in and it just like holds place. Like, you don't have to like latch anything or put it like any like pins through any holes or anything. It's like just ratchets on, and that's it, and the belt's on. And then there's like,
it's like a zip tie.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's like a little tab underneath the belt buckle, and you just press the tab and the whole thing comes right off, and it's awesome. It's like, the belt kicks ass, and literally every single day. This is like, mine's a black buckle, black belt, so it's like all blacked out, and it's in great shape. Like, it's just like amazing. This thing like won't die. I've literally put this thing through the farm. Like, I was on the farm wearing this every single day, and like, at my current job up till present day, I'm currently wearing it. Like, this thing has gone through hell, and just like, next belt is the greatest belt I've ever had in my life. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So that's another company that I like thought about, where I'm like, obviously I'm only going to talk about shit that I like and will back. Like, it's just like at work, if I'm signing my name on something, like, it's my fucking name, and I want to make sure like the quality is up to my standard, which, like, we joke around enough on the podcast, so it's hard to tell, but like, I'm absolutely a perfectionist, and I'm like,
oh, for sure,
you freaking gotta like, I'm just like overly obsessed with like making sure things are right. So, but anyways, back to the coffee thing. Like, that's definitely a resolution that I have, is not hopefully, I want to wean myself off of coffee, even though I love coffee and I love the taste. But even if it's just to try something out, just branch out and try something new. But I'd like to try some sort of a replacement. But do you have any like New Year's resolutions?
I'd probably say no. I mean,
you're perfect just the way you are.
Oh God, if I was perfect, I wouldn't be able to fucking grow anymore.
Oh yeah.
So I'd rather not be perfect.
We all know you can grow.
Oh, bazinga.
Yeah. Not show though, not at all.
Yeah, no. Fuck. But no, normally I just like, to me, because it's like, if I be like, I'm gonna make goals.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when I feel like I need a goal, like in that moment, I'll pursue it.
Yep.
So like, I'd rather, like, it's good to make goals, like goals that you want to reach, like the full life goals.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like, if I'm making long-term goals, I don't think I really need
to fill in the blanks.
Because like, I know, like, throughout the days through the year, I know I'll tell myself like, hey, I need to work better on this, and I'll just try to start working better on it.
Yeah.
When it comes up.
Yeah, live more in the moment. Set your sights on your long-term goal, and just like work towards that. And
you'll have smaller goals that come up out of nowhere. Throughout the year.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's my thought process.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's actually kind of inspirational too, because people get wrapped up in the new year. That's like gyms get slammed in January
for like the first 2 months, and then it's done.
Yeah, January, February, and everybody falls off. But it's like, just like, people get wrapped up in that too much rather than living in the present moment, living day to day and being like, every day is a new day. You should have if you're going to do resolutions, you should do them daily. Like every morning, because like, I'm going to be better today.
Yeah. Because like, why it doesn't have to be one day out of the year that you have to be like, now I'm going to start doing better because it's a new
trend.
Year. Yeah. So it's kind of just like, just when the goal comes up.
Yeah.
Start doing
just
the goal.
Be a good person now. Don't wait till the new year.
Yeah, literally. Like, I'm going to be a fucking piece of shit for a whole year. That's my goal. Like, why not just be like, not be a piece of shit? Yeah. Like, if you're going to be a piece of shit, just start being a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Then, just embrace the shit.
Yeah. Like, why do you have to start next year?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but, yeah, I don't know. Because it's like, if I do think it's good for some people to have that New Year's resolution because they'll stick to it. Like, it's definitely a good way to, like, set your goals throughout the year.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you want to do better in something or with a goal, you just start doing it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to wait.
Yeah, exactly. And don't, yeah, exactly. In the moment. Live in the, that's a very, like, in the present moment way of thinking and way of living, which definitely needs to happen more in this world, I feel like. But again, I like that a lot, actually. Just like setting your sights on your long-term goals and then just like, don't worry about the middle. Don't worry about the messy guts in the center. It's like, just set your sights, know where you want to go, and then just work towards it, chip away at it. Because like if you work, because if you set your sights and then you try to fill in the blanks, those blanks could be slightly off center, and next thing you know, you could change your own trajectory just because you're worrying about the little upcoming here and now problems instead of setting your sights on the long-term goal, where you could just be working towards that long-term goal and just not even worrying about the problems here and now, and just you're already through them. You just get right through them and everything's fine. And next thing you know, you're creating that straight line, because it's like the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like for me, I'd say this pattern, with this pattern, I'd say you can definitely like pigeon toe yourself, as in what our shop manager says.
Yeah. Pigeonhole. Yeah.
Pigeonhole or whatever. But you can definitely like
stick your pigeon toes in your hole.
Stick your pigeon toes in your hole. Yeah, whatever it is. Like you can definitely get like stuck in the mud, stuck in a rut by like saying like, yeah, I'm going to push this goal off type thing.
Yeah.
So you really have to like, this is when I want to have my goal and truly push for that. Because if you don't, then you're just going to keep on pushing it back.
Yeah.
But that's something
you always want to push it forward.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I was going to say something else after that. Yeah. I just lost it.
Fuck. Something about pigeon toes and holes?
No, it's a completely different thing. What were you talking about just a minute ago?
I guess we'll pause and re-listen. No, I'm just kidding. We were just, what the fuck were we at? I feel like it's funny how there's like always like a pressure when it's like, you know exactly what you're talking about. And then the second, like, it's like that like third person type of thing where you start watching yourself and you're like, I'm fucking up. And then it's just like, what? And then you're like focusing on like the length of your pause rather than actually just like thinking about what you're supposed to be thinking.
Yeah, literally. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah, literally. But
no, because like I'll be listening to you perfectly fine, and then you have that like comment that gets created in the back of your mind, and you can feel it just like you're talking to yourself while listening to you. So it's like trying to keep a grasp of that
literally
while trying to pay attention to this, because then all of a sudden it's like get to another topic, it's like whoop.
It just like totally flips. Like I remember listening back to some of the interviews I've done, and I'm like, wow, I totally did not hear that person say that while I was sitting right there.
Because you're thinking of it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Like the interviews that I do like sound way different than when I was sitting in this chair recording. I'm like,
definitely.
It's funny, but it's like living in the moment kind of thing. I don't know. It's crazy, but. Actually, was that what we were talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about living in goal. Like it was with how I see goals, as in not setting one, like being stuck on once a year you have to be.
Yeah. Oh, and then like the setting the. Oh,
sorry, I was playing with that.
That was Baron.
No, I was playing with the dog collar.
Yeah, we took their collars off,
and I'm just here like
yeah.
my like having. I'm literally scratching my hand and playing with the dog collar, so I'm like having to fidget.
Yeah, freaking those things are awesome. Oh, I want to like kind of like.
Wait, what's awesome? Dog collars or me itching and fidgeting?
Oh yeah, you're fidgeting. No, just like I guess what's awesome was just what I was about to say. I was just thinking.
Okay.
But,
oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That was your voice in your head, and you're like, "That's awesome."
Yeah, I just talking.
You're like, "All right, this is what I'm gonna say."
Literally, but I'm gonna fluff your pillow so good, Daddy.
Ooh.
No, but actually, I'm gonna fluff you right now. I remember one time we were at Bolero, I think it was, and this just the fidget spinner thing reminded me. You probably know where I'm going, maybe. But
was it with Ben screaming?
No, it was just like you, me, and I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, we got the fidget spinners.
Yeah, it was a like claw machine, and we were slamming that thing. We got like four of them out of there.
Yeah,
and like fidget spinners.
I don't remember who we were with.
I don't remember either, but we all of a sudden like we got a kid, like a little boy came up between us, like while we were between rounds, and like he played and like had something and it slipped out of the claw, and then he like walked away, and I'm just like, oh, I feel bad, and then you or one of us ended up getting the spinner after, like the one that slipped out of his claw. We ended up getting it, and then I'm just like, what do you think, dude? I feel like I think we were in high school at that time, but I'm like, we're pretty much adults at this point, and that was like a little boy.
Yeah.
Like, feel like that would probably, and you're just like, yeah, you're right. And you just took it and you walked over, like in the family that he was from was in the bowling alley, and we were like in the arcade, obviously. And like, so you walked all the way through the arcade, all the way down to the bowling alley, found the kid and gave him that fidget spinner. Do you remember?
I don't remember that part, but I remember grabbing the fidget spinners out of that thing. Yeah, because it was.
I think it was out the goodness.
Yeah, it was a back wall, and then it was like the row of claw machines or something weird like that.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, there's too much darkness in that mind to remember the light.
Yeah, literally. I'll forget one good thing and be like, "This happened 3 years ago."
Yeah, literally. Yeah, because like when I saw that, I was just like, okay, there's still good in him.
Yep.
There's still light within him.
Good. He hasn't gone to the dark side yet.
Yeah, no, that was cool. That moment stuck out to me.
I don't think I could be a piece of shit though.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking about it. Like if I want, like I don't think I'd be able to be a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how miserable would you have to be like
literally
a consistent dick?
Literally. Also being like a consistent like piece of shit, as in like not like a dickhead, but like
just not giving a fuck.
Could you imagine being like a piece of shit?
I don't give a fuck. So.
Yeah. Most of the time, me either. But
say like you and Katie got engaged, I'm just being like, yeah, cool, whatever. Yeah. Like that's being a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's a piece
of dick.
That's a dick. Yeah. I
like just not caring about your friends and shit.
Yeah. I don't think like you don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck as in my goals. I don't have to set a goal. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna let my year go on and say like, all right, by the end of this year I want to be at this point. But I'm not gonna do that on New Year's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like literally halfway through this year, I'm like, I'm gonna try my fucking best to save at least 10 grand.
Yeah. I already said
didn't get there, but literally I saved more money in like months periods. Yeah. Like seeing like I can do this. It was just life was kind of like,
yep,
this fucking happens. Yeah. My brakes broke.
Yeah.
I bought a new truck.
Yeah. I called you out on the podcast actually a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you listened to that episode or not yet.
I didn't know you called me out, behind. So I'm definitely behind. Yeah. I think I'm on like 50 something, like mid 50s.
Bailey, stop.
Do you have to pee? I'm gonna let her out quick.
Okay, I bet Kaylee actually, or I don't know why I just said it.
I was talking about her earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why.
Because they're in Peru?
Yeah. Yeah.
Peru.
No, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Starts with the P.
Yes.
Katie might be on.
Yeah, with the beer. So. Yes.
Okay, so what were you saying? Pieces of shit, dicks.
Yeah. Yes, pieces of shit and dicks. Like being Like, oh, I was talking about giving a fuck actually at first, but like, you definitely don't give a fuck. I most of the time don't give a fuck, but I think I give more of a fuck than you.
I think so. I think you give more of a fuck than I do.
Yeah.
Like, I would say you're definitely, my opinion, I feel like you want to be more calculated.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I'm kind of just like, fucking send it type ordeal.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
fuck it.
And that's with everything, too. That's like with mountain biking, too. I'm like calculating it. I like stand on the side of the jump. I'm like, you hit it first. You hit it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got this.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's times where it's like, I'll be calculated.
Yeah.
But like, at the same time, I'm kind of like,
yeah. I remember one time.
I fuck up.
Yeah, I remember one time we were at this one mountain biking place, and you were like, you hit something big, and I was like, holy shit. And it took me the whole day to finally muster up the courage to do it. And
Where was this?
I finally did it, but then I'm just like, but after you did it the first time and you come back up, I'm just like,
it was the Anderson Parks.
Yeah, the Keith Andreas.
Or Keith Andreas.
And whatever.
Keith Anderson.
I thought it was Andreas.
It might have been Andreas.
Keith something.
Yeah.
But that one in Carpentersville.
Yep.
But that one, yeah, that place
now you know where we are. Stay away.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty sure I've said a few times.
Yeah, we've said it already.
Whatever. Yeah. Fuck it. But anyways, fucking Crystal Lake's basically a city now.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, literally.
Fucking huge.
The whole area around, because like I remember my dad always saying Huntley, Carpentersville, Woodstock, like everything was farm fields.
Oh yeah. Yeah, literally.
Like even now, a lot of the farm fields over by 90.
Yeah.
All fucking like massive industrial buildings.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
The fuck did these pop up?
Yeah, it's just like you got the inner group that's like super wealthy to be able to live in the city. Then you got like an outer ring of like people that want to be in the city but don't have money, and then the outskirts of town that like people that are really wealthy that want to have like that kind of like out there kind of life, but also want to be near a town kind of. So then there's that ring. Yeah, literally. And then outside of that, then you got the actual like, these are like either poor people or farmers.
Yeah. Like I'd say Woodstock is more of a rural town.
Yeah, it is. And it definitely was, but I feel like it's a lot of
it's getting more of like Crystal Lake.
Yeah,
a little closer to the city, but at the same time you can go like 2 minutes out of Woodstock and it's like farm
They
fields.
also filmed freaking Groundhog Day there.
Yep.
Which is cool. I'm pretty sure they filmed a couple movies there.
Probably.
But so it's like well known. It's just like, yeah, it is kind of like small town, I guess. I don't know.
I'd say because it's portrayed as a small town.
Yeah, exactly. But
okay, so back to being a piece of shit or a good person.
Yeah,
or
I feel like there's something
calculated. Like I'm more of a fuck it, and you're less of a fuck it.
yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, the mountain biking thing. But yeah, you came back after that huge hit, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? How did you even do that? How do you go like coming up to the face of that, coming up so fast? Not even the first time you hit something, you don't know how fast you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
And it's like the landing is down there, and it's just like you're guessing how fast you're supposed to go until you hit it the first time.
I would say with that, it's more of fucking send it, like over send, than under, because like you can to me, like our brains, I feel like we've hit jumps enough to where we can be like, this is definitely too much fucking speed. And we can just take our bodies, because we've learned like just soak up like a small amount of speed, or be like, we're coming up and we start to slow down at the face and we're like, oh shit, we need to fucking huck the fuck out of this thing, and just pulled up so much. So like that's where I think I kind of am in that aspect, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna fucking go for it. I'll either have way too fucking much speed. Or I'm gonna case the fuck out of this thing.
Yeah, fuck it, just send it.
Like I wrecked my balls so many times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were there, and it was the middle lane, and they had like that weird fucking like, it was a little roller right turn, or a double table thing, right turn, left turn, right. And then if you went like right again, you'd go to like those two little tables they had there.
I have no idea where you're talking about.
Anderson.
Oh, that place. Yeah.
It's like you'd go over the middle to one, you'd go over the table, it would go right turn.
Yeah.
And it was a left where like the first time we went, I like kicked up a fuck ton of dirt and everybody's like, ooh.
Yeah.
And you told me, I'm like,
yeah.
I feel good.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
So you go left, and then there was that right, or no, it was a two rollers, and then it was a right where it was like a right-handed like double.
Yeah.
Or like you can just, I think, roll them or something like that.
Yeah, you can pump them.
Yeah. So you'd go there, and then if you like went right, you went right, and there was a spot which was like super muddy, and it was like a little downhill right, and it was to a double back there. I had no fucking speed. And I literally just went, like I was pedaling, I'm like, okay, this has to be enough speed, and all of a sudden I pulled, and I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I racked my balls so bad.
If your balls had eyes and could see that pipe from the bike coming in, like what would your balls be saying?
They'd probably have their voice in their throat so far they couldn't talk, and their eyes would be like a cartoon, just fucking protruding like 10 feet outside their fucking head. Protruding. Just like that Tom and Jerry, like, whoa!
Yeah. And then just
yeah, literally, like it was like it crushed my balls and then destroyed like my pelvic bone. I'm like, I'm done for the day. I'm done. Bye. Like it's one of those ones where it's like you want to crawl in a hole and just sit there and cry
and accept your failure.
Yeah, and accept that. And I did it twice. The first time wasn't as bad.
Yeah,
and the second
you just
time
came back for more.
Yeah, the second time I literally wrecked it so bad. I haven't done that in so long.
That landing was just like, oh, I'll come back for more. I see.
Yeah, literally. It's like, okay, I didn't have enough speed. Because like I made it the first time, but like my back tire didn't clear. So I'm like,
yeah, you were literally,
I gotta do it again.
Yeah, you were literally like sprocket into the back side of the face.
Literally. Yeah, it was bad.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, it literally was. And like it just stopped all my momentum and just...
And then I tried it too, because I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Yep.
And then I did the same thing, and I didn't try it a second time. I was like,
you fucked up your sprocket or something on that, didn't you?
I broke it that day. Yeah. That's when we had to go to the bike shop. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
it was that day. Yeah. Or no, you bent it. You bent that or your pegs. It was that or your I think you might have bent your pegs because your pegs were loose, and that's why you bought new pegs.
Oh, you're right. Because that actually like
pedals.
Yeah, it actually like flexed in there or something like that. So I had to get the actual like the
pedal arms or whatever.
The crank.
Yep, cranks.
But
knew the word was in there.
Yeah, I'm like too much liquor. No, but yeah, that's it's so and yeah, you like did those huge jumps, and I'm just like, dude, like where, like what are you thinking when you're approaching this face? Like, how does this even happen? Like, how do you do that? And you're just like, well, I just go into it. And I'm like, if I eat shit, I eat shit.
Yep, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah,
yeah. So it's like it's just so funny, and I'm just like, that's how it is for everything with you. Like if you're gonna life too.
If you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail. Type of
yeah, exactly.
Like I'll say, like, am I scared I've failed? Like I'll fail a bunch. Fuck yeah, but I'm like, what the fuck's gonna happen if I fail?
Yeah.
Try again. I know I'll fucking try it again if I fucking crash.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like fucking like crying in a corner because I fucking wrecked the fuck out of myself. But
which is exactly why our backs are like old men and our knees are like concrete workers for the last 45 years.
Yep. Yeah, we have 45-year-old bones in our fucking 26-year-old bodies.
That's actually not even really old. It's got to be 45-year-old concrete workers.
Well, you think about it. Yeah. You think about it where it's like 45 as kids, you're like, that's old as fuck.
It's funny. Yeah.
And I was actually thinking the other day, I'm like, I'm 26.
Yeah. We hang out with fucking 45-year-olds.
Yeah, literally. And I'm like, it's not that old.
Yeah.
Like 26 isn't old. And it's like, at the same time, it's like it's not old, but then you feel like it's old, like you're
Yeah.
kind of running out of life, and then you have to sit there and be like, I got so much time.
Yeah. I feel like no matter what age you're at, you're always at the age where you feel like you're just entering adulthood, like a young adult. Like when you were a toddler, you're like, I'm a young adult. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
And then when you're a teenager, you're like, yeah, I'm a young adult. And then when you're in your 20s, you're like, yeah, I'm a young adult. And we're like upper 20s now, and it's just like, yeah, I want to be a young adult. I wish it
Yeah.
seems like young adult as in like 18 to 20 years old.
Yep.
And it's like, I still feel like we were talking about like high school the other day, and I was just like,
Yeah, it'll be 9 years this year.
10. Yeah, we're freaking entering our. Yeah, you said something. You're like, yeah, next year we got our 10-year anniversary, or what the
Yeah,
fuck?
2025 will be our 10 year. No, 2026. Wait, what fucking year is it?
20. We're entering 20. When this episode comes out, it's 2024.
Okay.
What a bitches. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Get swifty.
Yeah. Get swifty in here. That's the episode we were watching.
Yeah.
One of them.
But, no, yeah, because we graduated in 2016.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So it's 7 years this year, 8 years next. So fuck. No, never mind.
Math.
Math is hard.
Yes.
So 2 years from now.
Yep. All right, so we're entering year 8.
Yep.
Or no, entering year 9.
Year 8.
8. Okay.
Wait, it's 2024. 2024. Yeah, because 2026 will be 10.
Fuck yeah. Dang! Yeah. But anyways, we're fucking old, and we're older than what a young adult is, and I'm just like...
Kids think we're old, but we're not old.
Literally. I remember looking up to kids when we were racing, and I'm just like, somebody told me like, yeah, I'm out of high school, and I'm like, what grade is next? And they're just like, nothing, I'm done. And they're just like, and I'm just like, done with school? I didn't know that ends.
That's funny.
Which, not even thinking about my parents, but now it's like, fuck. Like,
Yeah, and it's like looking at Frankie,
yeah,
like thinking like he was an adult when we were younger, and he was only like 17, 18. And we're like, oh
literally.
my God. And then all of a sudden it's like,
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah,
they were still fucking kids when we were kids. And
literally. And we're like looking up, even like people raising kids, like they're fucking children raising children.
I was thinking about it, like if you have a fucking kid at 18, like your kid would be
counting with his fingers.
Wait, why did I just go stupid? 2016 to 2026 would be 10 years old. So it's like your kid would be 8 years old this year if you had a kid at 18.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, and there's people I know who had kids when they were like 17.
Yeah. That's
so I'm like, you got a kid that's already in fucking elementary school?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's
like that was the years we were racing.
Literally, yeah.
Like thinking about if we had kids at 18.
Yeah, that goes.
Our kids could be fucking racing motocross right now.
But they wouldn't be. 'Cause we can hardly afford a family.
Well, maybe I have an opinion where I feel like if you have a kid,
because I have an opinion.
I have an opinion. And if you have a kid, you will get paid more in the workplace.
Oh yeah,
I truly think that.
Yeah,
because like
you're right though.
Like
it's like everybody, like the second you pop out a kid, it's like all employers are like, oh shit, he's okay. You're an adult now. He's serious.
It's like what the fuck?
Yeah,
like because I see people I know and I'm like, you're my age. How do you physically afford a child?
Yeah.
When I can barely fucking get by on what I have now.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucked. It is weird. It's weird, like, yeah, people definitely take you more serious when you
I feel like that.
Pop out a trophy.
Yep. Little sex trophy. Fuck yeah. Do you want little sex trophies when you're older?
What was that? Yeah. What was that other term you said? Didn't you say you told your mom the joke or something? What was that?
Oh, fuck. Do you remember like any part of it?
I don't remember. Something about like
shoot.
Didn't you say like how do you feel knowing that like I'm your little or like you got You got a bunch of songs.
I think I basically said, like, how do you feel knowing that you have a bunch of sex trophies running around?
Yeah.
Or, like, something like that. And she was like, I don't even remember what she said.
I can't believe you said that to your mom. Oh, my God.
It was so long ago it was 2 years ago, because Teddy told me that.
Oh, really?
It was like 2 years ago, and I just told my mom that. And
That's
she's like,
so funny.
She's like, what the fuck? Like, I can't remember the exact words, but I know she was like...
I thought it was something a lot grosser than that. I thought it was something like... what was it?
Cum is basically just... or a child is basically just faked cum.
Yeah. God. Cum is basically... Your mind was just on cum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, they found out.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it is white stuff.
Yeah. We actually don't have video on the podcast yet, Junior, so you can pull your pants back up.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it was something like...
Secretly, you have a small camera hidden behind those sunglasses up top there.
Yeah,
I just can't see it.
Yeah.
Arr.
What was it? Wasn't it like... Oh, something. I can't remember. I thought it had something to do with like
I don't remember. I know it had to be doing with like a sex trophy.
Yeah, or like a fully developed tadpole running around.
Oh, there was another one like that. I don't rember that one.
Yeah, I feel like it's something like that. I don't know.
Something about tadpoles.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know how we got to that.
Yeah, me either. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hopefully you guys have taken like millions of Jell-O shots in your...
Oh yeah, now you're listening to this.
Yeah. Hopefully you're just like recovering to this podcast or listening to it on New Year's like Eve. That'd be kind of cool. Oh wait, no, it's not coming out then. So I guess New Year's Day at 4 in the morning. That's another thing. I had to change the podcast release. It used to be 5 in the morning.
Oh yeah, because your mom.
Yeah, my mom and a couple other people actually reached out and was just like, yeah, like I can't listen to your episodes in the morning on my morning commute because I'm already at work by the time it comes out. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, well, bump it up an hour.
Yeah. You're like, here you go, guys.
Yep.
Hey, if you want him to cook you some nice eggs in the morning, just ask him. He'll cook you eggs.
Oh yeah, I'll cook up a batch of eggs for you. Yeah. Mix up the batter.
Yeah. Mix 2 different kinds of eggs.
Yeah.
But I remember what I was going to say earlier.
Okay.
It's fucking the one thing which I'm proud of this year, going back to like the whole year thing, how it went, is fucking, I read a fuck ton of books this year.
That's true.
Like,
every time I'm like, wait, what song you listen to? Or did you listen to this podcast or whatever? And every time you're like, yeah, I'm listening to a book. I'm book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fucking one that Doug recommended. It was a MMORPG type role play game style book. He Who Fights with Monsters, which I got hooked on. Yeah. And it was like, I literally finished. It's a 10-book series so far. There was 9 books out when I started. And as I finished the 9th one, it was like 3 weeks before the 10th one came out. So I'm like, this was almost fucking perfect. Yeah, where it's like, it got released right once I finished.
You were too fast.
Yeah, literally.
You finished too fast.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, Doug was always surprised on like me saying
fast
like, how fast I finished them. Like, he's just like, you're already on the 3rd book? What? He's like, dude, you're fucking flying through these. You're finishing so fast.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like literally, I finished the 10th book before him.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Like probably a couple weeks before him even.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Like I was like sending chapters to him. Yeah. I told you, like
with the invisible ink.
And then all
you fucked up.
And then I fucked up. Well, I didn't fuck up. His phone fucked up.
Oh, okay.
So Doug get a new phone.
Yeah.
But no, I sent him the invisible ink on literally the final chapter of the book, of the 10th one. And he saw like...
Well, explain what you guys were doing at first.
So we were doing... I started to read ahead. So all of a sudden I'm like, where are you at? And he's like, I haven't even started yet. I'm like, okay, chapter 8, this part of the book, I'd like that chapter, I'd be like, dude, oh my God, I can't believe like this, and this. And then
so you'd send chapter 8 and then you'd send invisible ink.
Well, I'd first send invisible ink, have it invisible. Oh, because I sent him invisible ink first, and I think he looked at it, and then I was like, oh shit, because that's what it was. Send him invisible ink because I didn't think he was at that part, just in case. So all of a sudden he opened it, he's like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, I'll send the chapter right after it. So I'll send the invisible ink and then what chapter it's on.
So that way when he gets to that chapter, he can tap it
and read it. Because I couldn't put chapter 8 in the same invisible ink thing.
Yeah, okay.
But, yeah, so all of a sudden got to the last chapter and, like, kind of spoiled it.
Yeah.
But he, like, started to read it and noticed that it was, like, it didn't cover. So, like, or he didn't read it, but he saw it wasn't invisible and, like, just deleted it right away.
It wasn't blurred out for him?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Safe search was off?
Safe search was off. Blur was off. But, yeah, I went through 10 of those books. Everyone will say it's fucked up, but I enjoyed, because to me it sounded like a D&D book. Mm-hmm. I don't think Doug enjoys it that much because it is overboard on sex. It was that
is that possible?
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Like,
coming from you?
It was like
damn.
It was probably worse than Game of Thrones when the first series came out. Like it was sex like every few chapters. It felt like.
Oh fuck!
So it was like that Court of Thorns series.
Oh, that was the one that your family was listening to, right?
Yeah, my whole family listened to it.
Yeah. But I remember you telling me, like, yeah, there's just too much sex.
Yeah, like I'd be literally listening to it at work, and all of a sudden it's like this chick just completely getting pounded, and you're like right next to me, I'm like, listening to sex again.
Yeah, listening to sex while I'm working with my homies.
Yeah, like how fucking like it was just so awkward listening to it. Like I had times it got so
that penis just thrusts.
Literally, but like,
is it that bad?
It's like gross detail on like how like.
That moist schmeckle slides.
Basically. And it's like, oh God. Oh God. And it was a chick's point of view. So I'm like,
oh yeah. I received that moist
yeah,
schmeckle.
Basically I'm like, ugh.
So deep inside I can feel it in my ribs.
And like I told, oh God. But I literally told my mom, I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
And then I just started listening to
that's saying a lot. A book's got to have a lot of fuckery for us to be saying.
Yeah, like that's
too
fucking
much.
too much, especially for a dude to say like that's too much.
Yeah, that's true.
Like women, y'all some kinky motherfuckers on the inside. Like what the? Whoever reads that book,
yeah, literally.
I'm done thinking.
He's gagging.
I'm done thinking about that.
What happened? Just
who? My whole family's fucking listened to that book. Like that's fucked up.
But you're thinking about the chapters and thinking about your family listening to it.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh God, you probably enjoyed it.
Oh my God.
But no, then I read. It was.
But that's a different series than the one you and Doug read.
Yeah, that's a complete. So okay. I read 10 books of He Who Fights with Monsters. That's a RPG.
Which the last book was the one with too much sex.
No.
Oh.
The one. So those were
the
no
ninth
sex.
book.
Those aren't like those romantic fight.
Oh, I thought you said one of the last books started to get like that.
Yeah, the ones I'm like I just finished.
10.
So
number 10.
So.
Oh shit.
The He Who Fights with Monsters was a MMORPG like game based thing. That was like a straight adventure series, basically like a D&D series.
Okay.
Like that's what it was like. And then the next series I read was Court of Thorns.
Okay.
It was that series, which was literally all fairy sex. And I'm like, God. What am I getting into? But like,
what have I become?
Yeah, literally.
So that's why your year went by so fast.
Yeah, like
just listening to fairies get pounded in the forest.
Yeah, literally.
If a fairy gets pounded in the forest and no one's around, does she make a noise?
Does she grow flowers?
Yeah.
No, but like that series, I would say, has way too much fucking sex, but the storyline was good, and it was more, I'd say, I thought it felt like more of a D&D style storyline, because it was like, there's all these different creatures.
Yeah.
There's what was it called?
There's
it was like, fuck. It was
There's lots of fuck.
Oh yeah, lots of fuck. It was called the Woodcarver. and it was or bone carver, and basically you tell them a question if you bring them.
Carver,
yeah. And then there was a chick who was like a witch style person, and then there was like a bunch of random fucking creatures.
Yeah.
But
it was a lot of creatures fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking creatures.
Yep. So it was too much sex, but it was a good series.
Again,
it's
I
super
can't stress that
popular
enough.
right
That's
now.
saying a lot.
Yeah. It's super popular right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's why I think everyone's going for it. And then the two books.
Getting ideas.
Yeah. Wait, what?
And getting ideas from it.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, you did too.
No, but yeah, it was way too much. But the other two books I just finished, which there's a third one coming out, is Fourth Wing. It is about a chick whose mom is like a head general of dragon fighters. Like they ride dragons and fucking shit. That one's pretty good. There's some, like, it's way more mild than I'd say Court of Thorns, but that was a really good series, like a dragon based fighting, like chick, the daughter gets a bunch of powers, supposed to be a scribe, becomes a dragon rider, whole series. It's super fucking good. I enjoyed it. And then which one did I just start reading? Oh, Assassin's Blade. It's another one of those type of style
whole different
books.
series.
Whole different series.
Okay.
Well, this is kind of in lines with Court of Thorns.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's the same writer. It might be the same writer.
Okay.
But it's a whole different series, like intertwining with Court of Thorns.
Yeah.
So that's like another 4 books.
You're well cultured in this arena. I don't know why you don't write your own books.
Because I can't fucking write for shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
well, then type it.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
No, like I'd do essays like in high school, and I'd have my mom sit there and type it for me because like I'd literally start typing. I'd type like 3 words and be like, "What the fuck did I just say?"
Oh my goodness.
So like I'd literally have my mom be like, ask me a question. I'd tell her that question. She'd write it down and turn it into an essay.
Boy, howdy, how the imagery is crystal clear up here, but the second fingers touch the keys, I develop Parkinson's.
Yeah, it's literally like my hands are shaking above the keyboard, clicking A 1,000 times.
Yeah, I got to give credit that some sort of version of that joke was Daniel Tosh's stand-up. He's fucking funny.
Oh, he's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
he's awesome.
But
that was in one of his albums.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one thing that I've done a lot is a lot of book reading. Like I read a lot of. I started a Dave Ramsey one, didn't finish.
Oh shit.
Did
I listened to his podcast too, The Ramsey Show.
Yep.
It's fucking good.
Yeah.
Alec actually got me horny for that.
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
Yeah.
Like I remember listening to my parents listen to him. I started to listen to him, and then I kind of backed out.
There's a lot of good information.
Yeah, he does. He's very
Old school,
very
old school money.
Yep.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Old school finances. You don't hear advice like that nowadays.
Oh yeah, definitely not. But then
It's timeless, tried and true.
Read the no, what's that fucking Iceman?
Oh yeah,
I think it was actually called Iceman or something.
yeah.
like
The
that.
book is Iceman. Yeah.
Dave Wim.
Yeah.
The Wim Hof method. Or Dave.
Yeah.
Is his name
The
Dave?
Wim Hof method. That's what it was. Yeah. Wim Hof.
Wim Hof. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Read that one. Read a bunch of like other like
Dave Wim
business.
Hof.
I don't remember his fucking
Where the
name.
fuck did you get Dave from?
I thought his name was Dave.
Davy Jones Locker.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking look up this motherfucker's name now.
Fuck. Yeah. That's a great book though too. That's what got me turned on for. I don't know why I keep saying stuff like that, but
Getting turned on.
getting turned on. I don't know why, but that's what like got me up for cold showers. They're amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Life changer.
Yeah, I definitely started doing that like for a while.
You hate it. It's miserable in the moment, but the second you step out of the shower and dry yourself off,
You're
so
warm as fuck.
warm as fuck, but also because then the blood rushes to the surface. That's why with that cold water, your blood rushes to the surface. So then you get out, dry yourself off, and you're warm. But
Yep.
you feel so fucking refreshed.
Yeah.
And it's like your muscles tense up and squeeze out all the fucking junk chemicals and the galactic acid.
Oh,
Remember that one
yeah.
episode we had?
Yep.
The lactic acid squeezes all that out. So you like everything feels so refreshed, and it's just like it's freaking amazing. So that book is what got me horny for cold showers.
Oh yeah.
They're amazing. But you find it?
Oh, I guess it is just Wim Hof.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I thought it was Iceman, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
Wim
Ice.
Hof.
The Way of the Iceman.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, because I think it was like a freaking like New York Times.
I think his
article or
name is
something.
Wim Hof.
Yeah, it is. But I think some article called him the Iceman. That's what it was. Because or was it National Geographic? I think somebody had
It might have been after he did like the Guinness Book of World Records thing, I thought.
running to the top of Everest in like basically board shorts only.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was.
Yes, it was.
And there was an article on him that called him Iceman. Fuck, that's like, dude, speaking of all that reminds me. Well, actually, before we leave this topic, let me just wrap this topic up, the book topic up with all the sex you listen to during work. Have you ever had a boner at work next to me?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Damn, you've never gotten like even half chub
No, like
Really?
to me, listening to it, it's not it.
arousing to you?
No, it more
What's
like
arousing to you?
we can find out later.
Oh yeah.
But no, like to me, like listening to it, it's not like I don't sexualize it in my head. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like it's just me. Like if you're watching a movie, like they're having sex type
Yeah,
ordeal.
yeah.
Like it's not like unless to me, it's like unless I like
Insert it.
tell myself that it's like
This is happening.
yeah, then I'm fine.
Yeah. What happens when you stare at that screen and tell yourself this is happening?
It gets a little spicy.
Something happens.
Something happens. But no, I mean, like, I feel like it's, unless it's just me, it's pretty easy to be like, nah, that's,
Turned on. Oh, the
Oh.
other way. Just kidding.
yeah, it's pretty, I'd say it's
Yeah.
pretty easy for me to be like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
not happening, little buddy.
Yeah. Especially when you're sitting on your hands and knees working your ass off.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially, like, because, like, my mind was more,
When you're not feeling the pleasure of the sounds you're hearing, then it's not as arousing.
yep.
If you're feeling pain but listening to pleasure, it's not as appealing.
Yeah, no. Pain does not become pleasure, and pleasure does not become pain.
Yeah.
Or,
Definitely not.
yeah.
Or
I don't know. Or pleasure becomes pain while you're working in pain.
yeah, exactly.
So
The painful things become pleasureful because like so much pain has happened that the littlest break in pain or like the slight down dip in pain actually feels good,
yeah, higher.
which you can take as pleasure.
Oh yes, yes you can. That's called a fucking masochist.
Oh god, yeah. That's fucked up. But
But no, yeah, I never. No, I don't know. It was more like my mind was just
get
occupied
serious on the
working.
boner thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've never been hard at work.
Yeah, no.
What were you saying before that? You're talking about like the next book, or oh wait, no, we weren't. We were switching the book.
I finished Assassin's Blade, the Wim Hof Method.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's where I was going.
Yeah,
Actually.
and then we both read the fucking military dudes,
Oh yeah. Extreme Ownership.
Extreme Ownership, and the dichotomy
Leif
of leadership.
Babin and who's the other guy again?
Fuck. I don't remember. It was a general.
Jocko Willink.
Yeah, Jocko.
Yeah.
He was like a general or some
Yeah,
shit.
they're
like
both badasses.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. And their second book too. The dichotomy of
that. Dichotomy of
ownership.
leadership.
Or leadership. Yeah, that's what it was. Fucking awesome.
Because the dichotomy of leadership comes before.
No, that's after.
Or-
That's
Yeah.
Extreme Ownership.
Yeah, Extreme Ownership is first.
Fucking awesome books. Check them out. We could literally sit here and recommend books all night.
Oh yeah, literally. Read American Sniper.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Um,
You've seen the
Punisher.
movie, right?
yeah.
I
I read.
never saw
I
the
think
movie.
that I'm pretty sure the book was called Punisher. Oh, Richest Man in Babylon was good.
Yeah, that's a classic. That one's awesome. I think I've actually talked about that. But
Let's see what another one is.
yeah, there's another one that's awesome with an old vet.
How to Analyze People with Dark Psychology.
Oh, yep, those are good. Those are always good. But
Two Chairs. I didn't really like that one. Like, it was good. I understood the concept,
yeah,
but me personally, I don't think I need that. I think like there's too much. I believe in praying and everything, but I feel like there's too much like happenstance in life. Like this all happened at this sort of time, right place, right time type ordeal.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a lot of that.
Yeah. What's
like,
that book about?
That was a Two Chairs was the one that you told me about, I thought.
Two Chairs.
Yeah. Where it's where he would like he started to, right once he woke up he set up a chair in his house where he would just go sit there and talk to God.
Oh, no. So it's basically like a fiction story.
No, real life story. Like this is what he does. Like so he'll sit like every day he started to do this every day where he'd sit down, take 2 minutes out of your day. Like if you're stressed about something, 2 minutes out of your day. Like say I'm not sitting here, you sit there and have a stressful thing, you just sit there and talk to God for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however much you want. And like he said like he'd hear things back and it gave him a clearer head. And like when he started doing that, he started progressing in life and stuff. Like
I believe there's definitely voices in our head.
I definitely believe there's voices in your head. I believe there's God and I believe everything. But at the same time, I think like a lot of people pray and expect God to like do this, like they want.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when people pray for money or financial things, it's like that's just going to happen in happenstance. You can't say God did this.
Yeah. You're totally right there because people get too wrapped up in like
materialistic shit.
Materialistic, stupid human stuff that even God isn't focused on. Like there's obviously a greater plan. And
like one of the greatest things I've heard is everybody's praying for a lottery ticket, the winning lottery ticket.
Yeah, literally. So what the fuck is he going to do? It's like, it's just, and it's, you never get like the person that deserves it the most. That's not how it works. It's not people that, everybody knows a piece of shit that got lucky.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, it's not like, I feel like this is a battlefield. I feel like this is a battlefield for whose side are you on kind of thing, where it's like, are you going to listen to God and be a good person, or are you going to have Satan overcome your mind and just take you down? Where it's like, right now, this is the no man's land of like trench warfare. Like we're in the fucking battlefield of where are you going to end up? And I don't think dying is actually dying. I think it's just like a rebirth, basically, or like a transition into it. That like the next thing, because there's just too much.
Spirits can't be explained.
Yeah, dude, there's no, you can, if you've ever seen anything die, you can literally see like the soul leaving. Like its body.
The one thing which I didn't like we had to because he attacked fucking horses, but like Jasper. Oh yeah, or not Jasper. Jace, called him Juice. Jace, like we had to put him down and like literally like I watched him, and it's like they gave him the shot and everything. Yeah. And like, well, they gave him the first shot to not feel anything, and then they gave him the other shot. Yeah. And like literally you could like I was sitting there like fine, and then all of a sudden you just see like a tear run out of his like the tear duct, and it's just like that moment I like was done. I'm like you could you can tell he was scared. Yep. And then all of a sudden it was like you could literally physically watch. Yeah. Yeah. Like it just goes unconscious and like you can watch him die. Like you can see the life leave his body. Yeah. And it's just literally like holy shit. Like you can see when a soul is in the body because you can see the light and the life in somebody's eyes. Yeah. And then the second they're gone, you know they're not there anymore. Oh yeah. Like it's like a sixth sense too, because you can like physically feel it and you can actually see it with your senses. And it's crazy. But either way, I've never read that book. It's definitely one where I took some things from it. I would have to re-listen to it. Yeah. Because I only remember small details of it. But I'd say it's definitely like if you need that like way to talk to God, that could be something that works for you. Everyone has I pray, like people pray every night before bed. Like those some people just meditate. Some people just meditate. Like whatever way you can like get stuff out. I think it really works, and I think that it will affect the way you think. Yep. So it will help you like progress easier. Yeah. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer. I think it's just
do something.
Yeah.
Like, just do something, because I think all it is just like a way to get through this life and like process your thoughts, because you have to process through this shit that we're put through.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's just, I think it's just like allowing a coping method for your mind.
Yeah.
So, but
for sure. But no, it was a good book. I enjoyed it, but
yeah,
definitely a lot of books read this year.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's obviously sounds like it. Yeah, another book that I was thinking of when we were on like the extreme ownership dichotomy and like the American Sniper thing from a vet. Tim Kennedy has an awesome book. He's a UFC fighter, and I think he was an Army vet, but I can't remember if he was in the Marines or the Army, or
I don't know,
or if he was a Navy SEAL. I can't remember. But his book was awesome. Scars and Stripes.
Okay.
Really good. Did you ever read that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's
never
fucking
even heard
awesome.
of it.
Yeah, if you like, he's like a literally like a straight up American badass, like to the bone. It's he's fucking cool. Definitely, yeah. Scars and Stripes. That's definitely worth a listen. It's fucking awesome, especially if you like the like extreme ownership kind of. It's more
like where they have like stories throughout.
Yeah, it's basically his life story, but it's not as business catered. But like if you like that military style read, that one's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
so
that's how American Sniper was. It was
yes,
more of that.
yes, it's just like that. Yeah, but it's like his whole life. He talks about like when he was a child too, and through the progression, it's awesome.
Yeah,
but definitely worth a read. So, you got any upcoming books that you're excited for this year?
Honestly, I'm kind of in that like dead zone where it's like I'm trying to find another book.
Yeah,
because like I'm kind of sick of like,
it's like when you're caught up on a podcast and you're like, what shit should I listen to?
Yeah, like me starting to listen to like Spotify again and just music throughout the day. I'm like, this is fucking boring.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah,
so it's like,
yeah, me too.
Even like Joe Rogan, like he has so many good podcasts, but like I like to like I dip my toe in everything. Like it's very hard for me to be like sticking out the He Who Fights with Monsters series. That was a big surprise for me because that was 10 books and I listened to them back to back. Each one was about 24 hours long.
Yeah, you were invested.
And I listened to it at 2.2 times the speed, so I'd get them done in 12 hours.
Yeah.
But like even then,
well, now Doug knows your secret.
Yeah, I texted him. I texted him that I was reading at like I started at like 2.0 because reading it at anything at one speed now, it sounds like they're talking like this. Yeah, and they went across to grab the sword. Like it's like that speed, and then all of a sudden when I start listening to it, it's like them talking like this, like super fast, and then you can really listen to them. Yeah. And like for me, I can.
She firmly grasped the sword.
She firmly grasped the sword
in her hand.
But like so, like me listening to a book on faster speed, I can pay attention easier. Yeah,
it's easier to pick up because like if you listen to it too slowly, it sounds like stupid and ironic because it seems like you could process it better if it's slower. But no, it's like your mind's processing way faster. So if you listen to it too slow, what you're doing is giving your mind time to wander between words and between like thoughts and sentences. So like he says something too slowly and then you're just like, oh, that word reminded me of like, oh, dog, and you start thinking about your dog or like whatever it says. It says something and you start wandering. It's too slow. So if you keep it too like fast paced enough, you're like, okay, process, and you don't even give yourself time to like wander. It's like same with video, like YouTube videos and stuff. People that make like the vlogs and shit like that, or like if you watch YouTube videos of people talking, it's like cutscene. It's like a constant speech. Like they never like it's like same sentence. They just have like multiple cameras or like change it up just for to keep your attention. Like slightly different angle, like just slightly off center camera angle, back onto center, and then like a slow zoom in kind of, and then they cut to some other, and it's just like doing the cut quickly to like keep your attention, keep your eyes attention so you don't wander. Yeah. But
yeah, because like I started that series at 2.0 speed, and then all of a sudden I finished at like 2.3. Yeah. So I even within 10 books I sped up, like I felt like it was too slow. Yeah. And even at 2.3, like the last 3 books, I caught myself like wandering in thought.
Oh, really?
So like I had to like grab my phone and go back because I'm like, I didn't catch like the last 2 minutes of this.
Yeah. That is one thing too, is like if there's something really loud at the shop or something.
Yeah, I had that happen a few times.
And then you like miss something and you gotta like go
like
back
anytime I'd start sanding a bed, I'd usually pause it.
Yeah.
And then just play it after that because it's super loud when you're sanding.
Yeah, exactly. That's usually how it is for me when I'm listening to stuff or like a podcast. I'll just like pause when I'm about to do something loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I actually slowed down with books this year.
Really?
Yeah,
because you were cruising. You were like 50 books in 1 year. I'm like,
oh, more than that. I had over 100 year, like 100,
oh shit,
120.
Yeah, I think I'm like, let's see, 10. I'm at 18 right now with the last 3 series I read.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, and I read probably another 10.
I think they said like the top CEOs from all the major companies in the world listen to somewhere around the 60 book mark every year.
Probably half of them aren't fucking.
Probably half
fairy
of them they
sex.
wrote. Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Well, you never know because a lot of like, well, the stories I read, they were more of like a battle type aspect to it.
You can apply that.
You can
as a
apply
parable.
that to like.
Every book has a meaning and a
Yeah.
purpose and a message. You can apply
And like you
that.
can learn a lot from like a random fucking story.
Yeah, decisions characters made that like you may not have thought about because the person who wrote that is still a person and still has views and thoughts.
Like Hansel and Gretel. You learn don't fucking follow old ladies in the woods.
yeah, exactly. That's the only message from that.
Yeah. But hey, you're not going to trust some random lady who has a candy house, are you?
Oh, no, you wouldn't walk into that candy house, no matter how sweet it tasted.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it was dripping with honey.
Even if it was dripping with honey.
You still wouldn't go inside.
No, definitely not if it was dripping with
Don't
honey.
go inside that if it's dripping in honey.
No, definitely.
Just fly towards a light, but don't do that. No, Jimmy, no. Must eat honey.
That was like from was it Toy Story where they had the fly that like
Oh,
was like went into like the zapper.
Yeah,
It's
I think
like,
it was.
the light.
Yeah.
The light. It was like a mosquito or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking too about like when we were on, like you were explaining that book about the guy that has conversations with God.
Yeah.
Stephanie always makes fun of me for doing this, but like I like to refer to the UFO topic. But
Okay.
it's like it's just like that, or like how you were saying it took like some people just take it too seriously, and there's a lot. What was the word you used? There's a lot more something in life. Like basically randomness was.
Yeah, there's basically like happenstance.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
Something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot more like.
It's more of like a random coincidence.
Yeah. And like you were talking about the voices and like voices in your head where like everybody's got voices in their head where like we have our voices.
Well, then there's those people that say they don't, but I'm like, yeah, fucking right.
Yeah, you do. How are you fucking talking right now?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
How do you process shit?
Just kidding. That was really rude. But yeah, literally, if you're talking right now, you have a voice in your head.
Yeah, like
Because
me
you're
listening
thinking
to you, I'm processing, and like that little fucking thing, like I had my own question in the back of my head that I told myself.
It's because people that are afraid to go into their minds stay at the surface, and then they don't even realize that they're processing things. They didn't even break the surface to even hear themselves think. How do you have ideas and thoughts, and how do you make any decision in your life without having a voice in your head?
Yep.
Everything you look at, everything you see, you're processing and you're saying that in your head.
Yeah, literally.
But
like when you think about a problem in your head, you're talking to yourself.
Exactly.
That's your voice in your head.
Yeah, some voices are louder though. There's definitely multiple, and like some of them are like super loud because you're focusing on that thought. Some of them are like subtle ones where it's like your thoughts, so it's just like kind of like a low hum or like a light whisper. But I feel like people expect this, like people that don't understand expect it to be like hearing through our ears.
Yeah.
You don't fucking hear through your ears the voices in your head. No, you hear it in your head. It's not through your ears. And I think that's where people get confused. They're like, I can't hear anything. I don't have any voice in my head. But it's like those thoughts that you're having and the fact that you could say those words to me right now is the proof that you need to see that you have a fucking voice in your head.
Yep.
Otherwise, how would you know those words and how would you speak those?
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Because you have your conscious thinking, like you can talk to yourself in your head and like process a way to do something in your head. Or like if you're driving, you can be like, okay, I'm turning right now. Or you can have the self-conscious thinking where you're driving, you zone out for 10 minutes and you're like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
So that is like your subconscious mind processing your body for you and creating the decisions for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like delegating problems as a business owner so you could focus on growing the company or doing something else.
Yep. Yeah, literally.
Delegation to your subconscious mind. And it runs on autopilot.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Try to get everything to be like a Robobot.
Yes, exactly. Automation. No breathing.
Something fucking cool I fucking saw the other day. Fucking, it's completely off topic. But they took a skin cell from a human, like somehow got it.
Is this your foreskin cell again? Story again?
Yeah, it is. Well, they took a fucking... They took a fucking like a skin cell from a human body, somehow created like
put it on their face like those celebrities do because they think that makes them look younger.
Yeah,
which is actually a real story and it's fucked up.
Yeah, baby foreskin.
Yeah, literally.
Koreans.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Oh, before this, don't let a doctor take the blood off of your child's umbilical cord because that is like a quarter. Or 1/3 of your baby's blood is still in that umbilical cord.
Oh shit!
So
really?
when they cut the umbilical cord and be like, "Can we get this baby blood for all these fucking people out in this area?" No, it's because they want it because it's such like pure blood that it's like super valuable.
So much nutrients.
So basically, you're cutting your child off from 1/3 of their blood when they're born if you cut their umbilical cord or let the doctors take that umbilical cord. Wait,
so what's your other option? Just wait to cut it soon?
Yeah, wait till all the blood goes into your child because why would you want to give your child 2/3 of its blood?
Yeah. Because then it's got to spend the energy
to get that blood back
to pump out red blood cells again, which is just devastating when you're talking about developing a baby human. You're absolutely right because it's like
because your mother's and your blood don't mix.
Yeah,
it's all in the placenta.
Yeah, it's like freaking Star Trek where it's like full power to blah, 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 or whatever. It's like you can delegate power other directions where it's like why would you want to take your baby's energy, like a percentage of the energy away from growth and development and put it towards rebuilding blood cells.
Yep.
That could have just been part of it anyway. That's super smart. I never even knew that.
I heard that the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was watching like some scientist person like starting to like I just started scrolling through TikTok and they like there was this one scientist who I was like, holy shit. And I'm like, I followed him and stuff and I was like,
what was he?
That's
hot?
fucking cool. No.
Oh.
He was like that.
Oh yeah.
But
sometimes they can be pretty cute.
Yeah, fucking fat gap tooth.
Oh really?
I don't remember.
I think that's the new style now. Isn't that like what is that called? Isn't that like the Europe look or something like that?
If you have fucked up teeth?
Yeah, they like purposefully gap their front teeth. It's like a fashion trend. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, people are like getting oral surgery to put a gap between their front teeth.
That's
because it's
stupid.
like the British look or something like that.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. I try to stay out of the fashion trends in the industry because it's always just fucked.
Yeah.
But Katie works in the industry, so I kind of am forced to be involved.
Being a part of it.
Yeah.
But the other story is they took a human skin cell, somehow created it to have sentient like life.
Really?
Like sentient mind.
So an unborn twin.
Mm-hmm. Well, no. It's like a
clone
skin cell.
Twin.
It's basically just a skin cell size, and it created sentient life to where it would have like an unconscious mind.
Huh.
So the skin cells would either just be a normal like skin cell looking thing, or would literally be a skin cell with 2 eyeballs.
That's fucking
or like half eyeball.
Oh, geez.
And like they literally
like
took
a barely developed thing.
And so what they did, they put it in a mouse. Or no, they did it, but they couldn't sustain its life. Like it couldn't sustain itself. So they put
Probably
it
because they put it in a something that it's fucking not.
Well, it wasn't in anything. Like they just had it growing in like a dish.
Oh, I thought you said they stuck it in a mouse
Yeah,
taint.
they're going to. So, but no, they took the skin cell and then put it in like the place where, yeah, in the mouse's brain where it perceives color. Huh. So what they did was they put it there. It was able to sustain an unconscious mind, and when the mouse saw different light colors, it
only saw human.
Yeah, it saw they saw in the scans of that cell that adapted itself and grew literal neurons to like connect to that brain. So it fully connected.
Wow.
But they put it into the place where it processes color, so it proved that it like saw color and was able to distinguish colors.
Yeah.
In that skin cell, but it just was like an unconscious mind. So now they're going to try to somehow use that to cure like blindness.
That's crazy.
Like put it in the spot in the human brain.
Isn't
I'm like,
yeah,
creating literally another conscious,
yeah,
and putting it into another conscious's brain.
Yeah.
Don't we already have enough fucking voices in our heads?
Yeah, literally. Oh my god. Yeah, let's double or nothing.
Yeah. Fucking let's have 4 consciouses now in here. Because that conscious has a conscious.
Yeah, now you're gonna start fighting each other because somebody has different goals and dreams in life and they want to achieve things, but the one that doesn't fully control the body is just
that little demon on your shoulder.
It's just a slave stuck inside your skull.
Yeah, literally. It's like being in a coma, like how that one person said, like being in a coma.
They could hear everything for like years.
Yeah.
It was like years in a coma.
But then they couldn't fucking move their body.
But they were stuck. It was like fucking sleep paralysis for fucking years. Mm-hmm. That's fucked. Fuck that. That sucks. But yeah, all that fucking brain hackery and cutting open rat minds and putting things in it.
Yeah.
Isn't that basically the same shit that Jeffrey Dahmer did, except he was a
dismemberer, not a rememberer?
Yeah. No, I thought it was just like we sent him to freaking... Did we send him to prison? Or what happened?
I thought we killed him.
Oh, we killed him. Okay.
I think when I got the zapper or the
I gotta talk to
needle.
Steph again. She knows everything about him.
Steph?
Yeah, she did reports.
We must know.
Yeah, literally. Something bad happened to him, and he was famous in all the wrong ways.
Oh, yes.
But then this guy that just does the same thing, except in a fancy lab instead of a shed, and now we're like, holy shit, this guy's getting paid hundreds of thousands a year.
Like, the fucking dude who literally dissected a literal perfect specimen of a human nervous system.
Really?
Yeah. Like, he literally did this in his basement.
It's like all the cutting edge science.
And George Washington had bodies underneath his house where he lived.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
But like, and even today, we cannot replicate we cannot dissect a human nervous system as perfectly as that dude did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like they say it's like nearly impossible.
Wow.
I'm like, that's insane. Like,
yeah.
How the fuck did he do that?
Because he didn't have any fucking bullshit, like, head getting stuffed full of just this agenda bullshit from all these colleges. He literally, like, self-taught. Mm-hmm. Like, that's where, I'm just assuming, because you said that he just did it in his basement or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he was, like, a well-known scientist, but, like,
okay.
I'm pretty sure he had, like, his own lab.
The free thinkers that can fucking do this shit on their own are the ones that come up with this shit. The cutting edge. A lot
of the stuff we know is from like war crimes and fucking random people going against laws to like dissect.
Pushing that circle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Just fucked up shit. And that's where it all stems from. Yeah. Like you can look back into the history of anything and everything, and probably everything has a fucked story behind it.
Oh yeah, Japan for sure in World War II.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I forgot, it was like the 501, something like that, some weird fucking number. Don't quote me, but it was that whole group that like where scientists basically like took civilians, brought them up in like freezing temperatures, shattered their arms to see like
Jesus.
how human bodies reacted to like frozen stuff.
Huh.
Like used weapons on people like to see how they'd kill someone and how lethal they were.
Yeah.
Like
fucked.
a lot of the fucked up science we know now is from that.
Yeah. Yeah, and same with freaking like
Took people up in planes took people up in planes, like waited for their arms to freeze.
oh fuck.
I think it was planes.
That's so messed up. Yeah, freaking like obviously we all know that like Nazi Germany was fucked.
Yeah.
But like they used to do that kind of shit, and like they were trying to create superhumans, and that's like where the whole Call of Duty franchise, like fucking Nazi zombies stems from. Like the Nazi zombies thing, it all stems from the fucking like German testing. Like they were literally trying to create superhumans. Yeah, injecting them with shit.
There's two twin Jews that like the Germans were like super obsessed with Jews.
Oh, really?
And they're two women, and they both don't remember. They have no idea what the Germans pumped into them.
Really?
Like they had so many shots in them, they said.
Jesus.
They're like, we have no idea what's in us. No idea what they were testing for. No idea what chemicals or weird creations they made.
Yeah,
but they're all like 90 something. Both of them. I think they might still be alive.
Damn. Fuck.
But yeah.
Yeah, must not have been too.
Yeah.
At least long term affecting. Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
But
I mean, they tried to get tests.
Yeah.
No idea.
That's crazy. Jeez. Yeah, there's some like messed up stuff going on. But yeah, like all like major discoveries and stuff come from people pushing boundaries and just like free thinking, deciding stuff for their own, not like looking out of a textbook. Anybody that like goes by the book, by the textbook, follows all instructions are not going to be some big like life-changing like or world-changing person, because if they're following what everybody else tells them to do, they're not pushing any boundaries or thinking outside of the box or doing any. So that's why like the schooling thing, that like, you never get any like world changers that actually, I mean, obviously you got some amazing people out of colleges, but if you look back at like the
I feel like colleges
people,
push you,
successful people drop out or like are still free thinking and use it to their advantage in some
they
way.
use the knowledge that they use from there to
they're good filters. They're
or like
they can filter in their mind.
The people who drop out just like study the shit on their own and figure it out on their own.
Yeah, exactly, because they're like, they realize soon enough this doesn't matter, and not only does it not matter, but I'm not gaining anything from
why
it.
do I have to have someone here teach me about it when I can literally just do it myself?
And faster. So they're smart enough to decide fast enough that this is a waste of time and money, and I can do this better, more efficiently. It's just like damage control and then rerouting your course. So it's I don't know. People need to think for themselves.
That's for sure.
Yeah, but people are just afraid of everything.
Oh yeah,
especially authority and like social bullshit. Like people being afraid of standing out. People being afraid of like, that's like freaking when I embarrass people, like when we were at a Taco Bell that one night and I'm just like dancing or like, and I grabbed the Taco Bell sign and it's just like, there was like a sign that said like, like something like extra big or something like stupid like that. And then I stood,
that was with Alec.
I grabbed the sign and I like stood in front of the ladies' bathroom and I'm just like dancing with it like sexually and looking at JJ, and then I'm like doing like the come here finger.
Yeah, literally.
But like it's just like stuff like that. I freaking like, people are afraid of that stuff, and it's like great comedians too. Like they make fools of themselves, but everybody loves them because they're not afraid to stand out and do shit for themselves. It's just cool. Like the people that are pushing borders and boundaries are the ones that stand out. But like it's such a social like idea forced down everybody's throats that you got to be like everybody else, follow the order, follow the path. Like this is what you got to do, and just like do this and then die. Like plan for this, do this, solve this problems. You have to go to school, then you have to get your car, then you have to get a job or go to college, and you have to live your life, pay your taxes, and then retire, and then you die. And it's just like the people that are like, fuck that. Are the ones that change the world, and the people that all through their lives get told you're doing something wrong, you're crazy, blah, 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 this, that, whatever, and still aren't afraid to stand out, still aren't afraid to, or they're already at the point where it's like, I don't care anymore. I've heard enough of you people and I see where you're going.
Yep. Yeah, that was one thing I was actually going to say earlier, was that like with my family, even like with the whole Linux, they're like, do you need like a new job? I'm like, no, I got stuff going on that I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to have to fucking wait.
Yeah.
If I want to be where I want to be, I have to wait.
Yeah, exactly. And patience is a big thing.
And they're like, well, I can get you a job for this much. I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
I would love that. But like, I'm going to wait.
Yeah, exactly. It's like delayed gratification. And that's like been a key driving force and survival tactic of humankind forever. Like delayed gratification, the process of agricultural farming and just like storing stuff for the winter to get through the cold dead season, and just like delaying gratification. And like it's just like same with like reproduction, and it's just like it's not like you're like these humans from the course of existence have just bred and reproduced with the first thing that they find, or and they don't eat the first thing they see. They'll delay gratification in hopes for something better. And it's just like that process has been so key. And you just like I think with social media and like technology, it's like training our brains to think more short term rather than long term. And like with TikToks, just like you scroll and you just like seconds, like less than a second, you can decide whether or not you're interested or not. And you scroll next thing. And then you sit, if something catches your eye, you sit for another 2 seconds. And then if it's still boring, you scroll. And it's like, it's training us to think more short term. And you hear this whole idea tossed around about like anybody who jumps from job to job, like multiple jobs each year, makes 50% more than the average person that stays at their employment, whatever, for however many years or whatever. Some stupid stat on like people that job hop make 50% more. You see that? Like, I don't know if you've seen stuff like that, but
I haven't.
Oh, I see that stupid shit on Instagram all the time. But like,
that seems dumb.
Yeah. Whatever happened to fucking loyalty and just commitment and hard work and belief, trust, and faith in where you're going and what you're doing? And like I just see that dumb stuff, and I understand the concept, because it's like, if you job hop, obviously you're not jumping down, you're going to be jumping up, or what you think is up. Like you're not going to take a job that pays less. So you're technically, every time you jump, you're moving somewhere higher.
I feel like you can't sustain like a true life though.
Right.
Job hopping.
Everything's too like chaotic and uneasy, and you'll never be stable with anything. And, and that reflects in all your whole life too, just being unstable. So with any sort of decision. But I think it says something, being committed to something.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we're kind of losing
loyalty.
that. Yeah. Loyalty and commitment, and we'll see what fruits this year brings. So fucking Happy New Year to all, and to all a good night. Actually, I think that's a Christmas thing. Merry Christmas to all, and
same thing. You can say Happy New Year.
Happy fucking New Year to all, and to all a good night.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right. Thanks for joining me today. If you guys are enjoying this podcast, please like it, share it, follow it. We're on YouTube now. I told you that.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah. Check that out also. I like your hat, by the way. You're wearing.
Thank you.
Mind Hiking Podcast hat. So
hell
fuck yeah. I also got to get a photo before we leave, because I think I missed the last time with you.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you're a good-looking guy, so I can't miss that.
Danke.
All right. Yes, he's a fluent German speaker.
Har, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked it, please share it. I appreciate your support, and I love seeing this podcast grow. So thank you for tuning in, and peace out.
Peace.